Welcome to Blackstaff Academy, your premier wizarding school in the Forgotten Realms, located mostly in Waterdeep. Oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. I'm so new to this. I mean, I'm not new to this. I've done this a bunch, but I'm nervous every time. Anyway, I want to preface this with, this is just a fun game that I'm doing with my friends here. And I just want y'all to know that we're literally just streaming it because it's fun and we wanted to make a stream. So join us on this campaign. If we make mistakes, we're only human. If we don't make mistakes, that's probably not going to happen. We're going to make lots of mistakes. So please, please just know that this is a labor of love and for super funsies. And we just appreciate your support being here. Yeah. First, I'd like to introduce everyone, friends to you guys in chat who are familiar faces that you might recognize from previous streams. I'm going to start with Kayla, who's up in the corner this way to me. So introduce yourself, Kayla.
Hello, it's me, Kayla. You've seen me probably before, I'd hope. I'm on the internet and I do art and I drew the art and here I am. Are we talking about our characters too or just ourselves?
You can talk about your character too. Yeah, just like give it a quick intro. I'm going to give them a little recap of our session 0. We did do a session 0 to make sure that like we were all still conscious. So, yes. So I'll give you a little recap of that too.
Well, I'm playing, more importantly than me, because no one cares, I am playing the necromancer.
No self-doubt in this stream.
Okay, sorry, I'm great. I'm the most perfect human alive. I'm also playing the human wizard necromancer, Shiv Thorne. She's very goth and very excited about the blood war.
Yeah.
Most important facts.
True. Facts. Katie, why don't you go next? I'm just going as like a square down.
Okay. Hi, I'm Katie. I make dice.
Yeah, Katie makes dice. I'm using Katie's dice to roll for this game actually. I have don't worry. We're going to promote everyone's like things. Please support my friends, buy their things, do all that.
Yay.
Leave Chad's show on.
Stop taking it off streaming services.
Yeah. But no, I'm using a set of dice Katie made that look like the weave. Like if it's like, you know, that thing from Baldur's Gate.
Oh, I have my Stranger Things ones from Katie that I'm using because they're like red. So
yeah.
Katie's dice are superior.
Katie makes dice. Anyway, keep talking. I'm sorry. I don't want to interrupt.
Yeah. So I make dice. I'm playing Hazel. She's an Eladrin, actually a druid, so a little weird for Blackstaff, but that's fine. And she just wants to be friends with everybody and take care of animals.
Oh.
Yeah.
Same though. Yeah. Hadeel,
same, actually.
I know. Same. Hadeel, you're next.
It's my turn? Oh, hi. I'm Hadeel. I'm not really online right now because I'm supposed to be taking a social media hiatus for my mental health because it's really bad. Both social media and my mental health are both equally bad. I don't do anything cool right now, but that's okay.
You are cool.
I am. I'm just overall just generally very cool. I will be playing Ophelia Thurlow, who is a high elf wizard from the upper crust of Baldur's Gate.
Hooray!
Hooray! I'm a legacy. I'm a nepo baby.
Oh my god.
Nepo and proud.
Yeah.
Yes.
At least you're honest. It's fine.
Nepo baby hive rise up.
Yeah. You could have gone to Strixhaven, but you chose Blackstaff Academy, so hopefully no one gets disappointed. Last but not least is Chad.
Hi everyone, I'm Chad. I write for animation series like Troll Hunters and Star Trek Prodigy. I'm using my Star Trek Prodigy official branded notebook.
Sick.
For this, and I also do a podcast called Goosebuds that at least half of the people on the stream have been on. I am playing Crispin Crumbles, a Genasi. Yeah, Genasi.
So we have this
Genasi.
It's either, I used to say Genasi because I was reading it, not hearing it. You can say Genasi. It's just go ahead, whatever. Whatever.
Genasi, a fire Genasi, and It just sounds like genocide. It's bad.
I know it doesn't sound great. Gnocchi, like the pasta.
Yeah.
Gnocchi.
Yeah, I like Nochi in the chat. It's a Nochi. I'm playing a fire Nochi named Crispin Crumbles, who suffers from lack of sleep and really excited to learn and meet some new friends.
Hey Chad, is that an Emmy in the background of
Is that a
your stream there, bud?
Oh yeah.
I'm
That is
sorry.
an Emmy that I have.
Is that a casual Emmy that Chad's
Just
just?
an Emmy?
Can
But I
everybody see
definitely did
that?
not put so that it's in the
Award-winning writer,
background
Chad.
Can we see it?
of all.
Can we see it?
Can people see that? If
Can we look
not,
at
just
the
know,
Emmy?
just off camera, there is an Emmy.
Okay.
It's air pressure sealed. It takes like 10 hours to be able to take it out. But
You don't want it to. You don't want it to start like decomposing.
Yeah, I don't want the metal to oxidize.
Yeah. Oh my god. N8-bit Gertie in chat said, "Oh, that little thing." Just like
Yeah.
I do. Yeah. This is Heidi Butler said in the chat. We do use it to make kebabs. It's very good.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun.
Hmm.
Yeah, good job, Heidi. Yeah, so just a quick stream note. Alerts are off so that we can have the fresh, dulcet sounds of everyone's characters and everything, because alerts will start going, look at all these chickens in the background. Kay and then Clarity said in chat that it's Genasi. I actually like that better. Say it with a J. Genasi.
Genasi.
Okay.
Soft
Yeah.
gin,
Because
like
since
yogging.
they're related to gins. So Genasi.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Okay, thank
Yeah.
you. Now we're all better for this knowledge. This is why I love streaming D&D. It's collaborative storytelling. They help us when I don't know a word. But anyway, so yes, thank you for being here, friends. Thank you for being part of my game. I wrangle my friends into this, and I sent them all books. So we had a session 0, and everyone received their Blackstaff Academy they're technically used books. So every student at Blackstaff Academy gets a book when they are accepted. And these books are passed on by students because they're spell books, and it's technically how the Blackstaff checks their homework, more or less. It keeps out the riffraff. It keeps out the spells that they're not allowed to have. As you can assume, magic's pretty dangerous. So having students with a bunch of powerful spells, having a book that's somewhat monitored, tends to keep the school a safer place. It's a little cop behavior, but they're doing their best. So everyone has their books. They all got them in the mail. And what else today? Oh yeah, there was fun little goodies in there, which they can talk about amongst themselves, but that's up to them. Session 0, our friends. Okay, how does Chris always do it? I learned from the best. I said, previously.
We're all dead. That's what you learned from Chris. We're all dead.
We're all no. Previously on Blackstaff Academy, our students and friends were pulled into a portal to go to school, and it was ambushed by what's known as a fate hag, and they were brought to the fields of the Blood War down in where they, of course, they've never been. It was in Cania, one of the hells. So they saw demons and devils fighting each other. Shiv tried to negotiate with a bone devil, and thankfully the bone devil did not care that she existed and kept walking. They ran into another student named Valen Varith. Valen, unfortunately, was straight up murdered by the fate hag, but the Blackstaff arrived just in time to save everyone and made sure to tell them that Valen would be resurrected post-haste. But yeah, they also thought that the hag was the kind groundskeeper. Meep, who you will see, is a pastel kobold who is very sweet. It was not. It was a hag. Sorry. So our party has landed now in the rotunda of Blackstaff Academy.
Ooh.
And this room is a very large round room with a bunch of almost like, what are they called? Like buttress style alcoves, like cathedral style, like running up the walls.
Gotta have a buttress.
But you gotta have a buttress. Yeah, it's very,
buttress.
it's very academic. It's very academic looking, and the students are all filing in. You're actually really muddy, and like you got prestidigitated by the Blackstaff, so like you're fine, but you still have some mud on you from rolling around in the hells. You can't get all the hells off of you when you've been there for, at least you were there for a couple hours. And you see there's probably about 50 to 60 students all kind of filing in. And then in front, there's a long round table where all of the professors are sitting. So if you can imagine, they have the robes on. By the way, we have our Blackstaff Academy sweaters that we made. And I'm wearing it. You can see it. Wow. That's,
Woo.
so sick. But the professors are wearing robes. The students are wearing the little sweaters. They don't get robes yet. So you see these line of professors. There's kind of a strange smattering of professors. You recognize, obviously, the Blackstaff is there. And you also recognize that some of these professors aren't human. One is a large hippo person. One is a goat centaur person. And one seat is just taken up by a Tressum with who looks to be a little calico kitty sitting there just licking her paw, looking very pleased with herself. And they're kind of filing in as well. They're shaking hands, saying hi, enjoying, it's the new academic year. It's been a while. They had the summer off. Everyone was going on vacations, maybe going to the hells, up to them. But yeah, so it seems to be not ready to start yet. And you're seeing this happen. What do you do?
Hazel gets really excited when she sees the Tressum.
Do you make eye contact? Like, do you just
Yeah, I'm just staring at her.
Oh yeah, she's still just like she looks like she's sassy. She looks very sassy.
I think Crispin's nervously wondering if anyone else in the room is staring at him and taking in what he does.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, you actually you can see that one of the professors is actually an air genasi.
Oh.
And so they're kind of looking at you, just you see another elemental folk, and you just see him kind of noting that there's another genasi, because you don't see any other students that are genasi at the school, so it's you're probably a rare find. So
tip of the wizard cap, sleep cap.
Yeah, she's just and she's kind of talking with the hippo person, and the hippo person's extremely loud, so you can kind of make out what they're saying in the background, and they're sort of in a really loud Scottish accent talking about how they spent their vacation in the astral plane, just various adventures. Sounds exciting.
I'm gonna start meandering over there, but I'm not gonna make it an initial. I'm gonna try to get in that circle without really introducing myself. So I'm just awkwardly standing in the conversation.
Towards the teachers?
Yeah, just towards teachers. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, as you start to walk towards the teachers, you notice that a very large and broad dragonborn is kind of standing on the sides and walks up to you and is like, "Nope, not yet, sir. You must sit down."
Oh, not yet. What? I can't talk to the teachers?
No. We're about to start the presentation. Please sit down.
Okay.
The professors have a lot to talk about today.
All right, I yield.
All right. He ushers you, and he goes back to start talking to the other professors, and he kind of nods, these kids are getting punchy. Everyone's getting ready. And you start to notice that they're sitting down. Do any of you others do anything?
Shiv wants to kind of knock some dirt off of her boots and then kind of reach into her bag, and she pulls out the journal that we got in session 0, which was not mentioned, but Shiv is obsessed with it. It's Valen's journal that we
That's right.
him. And it's filled, so everyone knows, it's filled with drawings of very muscular, famous wizards.
Yeah.
And they're all hanging out with Valen as if they were his friends, but they're also all muscular.
Right.
And he is muscular. So she kind of
Goku.
flips through it. Yeah, like Goku.
They're drawn in a similar style that a 14-year-old boy would draw Goku.
Yes, it's perfect in every way. So she kind of licks her finger and thumbs through it and finds a particularly really good one with Elminster with really large pecs, and she tears it out and she folds it into a little paper airplane and just throws it into the crowd.
Just like what for the masses to consume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that you're like, imagine the seats are lined up like it's a round room, so they're lined up, but they are in rows. So I imagine that you're in the back, like the back row, and you're like making a paper airplane, and you throw it towards the other students.
Yep.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna find it and love it. That's all that matters.
Oops, my dice. There, I did it.
Is Valen here with us, by the way? Is he in the med bay?
Oh yeah.
You can give me a perception check to see if you see any sign of our port. So that everyone in chat knows, Valen was like a bright red tiefling, big horns, like very, very typical Hell's sort of like L2L tiefling. And he was a big baby, and he had a lot of books.
I rolled a 3, so I did not see him.
No, and you don't see any other red. Like, he's pretty noticeable. He's bright red, so you don't see him. You don't see any sign of him. You do see, even though you rolled very badly, you do notice that one of the professors is also a bright red tiefling.
Oh.
So that's a pretty basic, but it's not Valen. It's obviously an adult. So Shiv, when you decide to throw this paper airplane, you notice that this Tressum's eyes dart immediately at this paper airplane, and you see her fly up and grab it so fast before it even lands, and she's got it in her mouth, and she sits back down, and she just crunches it up in her mouth and just looks at you.
Shiv just kind of like shrinks back and puts the journal back in her bag.
She spits it out, and it just catches on fire.
She really, like, Shiv's like, dang, that was a really good one.
Shakes her head. But you notice that all the professors has finally started sitting down. Ophelia, is there anything that you want to do while your compatriots are making making fools of themselves?
Yes, I would like to distance myself. Can I do a perception check to see if there's any like group of students who like are like studying or doing anything school worthy?
Yeah, you can see if anyone's being school worthy.
Okay, let's roll this.
Let me bring up this real quick.
I'm doing perception, right?
Yeah, it's just, you can just perception.
All right. 11.
So you do notice there is a small group of students that seem to be older, like they might be later year students that are sitting very quietly, looking as if they would like for this to be over with.
Okay, they look very aloof, which is what I'm about.
Yes,
so I'm
not necessarily that they're like doing academic things, but they look very aloof, like they're over this very much.
Okay, I will see if I can go over there and like find an empty chair, not insert myself into the conversation, but maybe listen in very covertly about what they're talking about.
Yeah, okay. Ooh, give me a stealth check to see if you can stealth in on the gossip.
Yeah, so I rolled a 17 plus 1, so 18.
Oh my god, yeah. So you kind of like sidle up your book looking very very like, proper. You're fitting in. They don't even notice you, honestly.
Perfect.
And it's a few students, one elf and then 2 humans, and they're kind of whispering amongst each other going, I really hope that this year I hope it doesn't go as long as it did last year. I just have to say that the speech that Mr. Dicarios gave was so long. It was, 2 hours? It was 2 hours. I'm so glad he's gone. And you see that them look over at the Tressum and just and laugh.
Okay, I'm writing this down.
Yeah. And so they're talking to each other. Another one else says, I heard that one of the years as well. Did you get anything strange in your book this year? I got something in mine and it caught on fire. And I say, yes, it's just the elf sort of rolls their eyes and they're like, my parents told me that these books are so old that they just start to become cursed after a while. They just say things on their own. And then they notice you.
Okay.
And the elf looks at you and it is a bitchy look.
Oh. Okay.
It is it seems like they noticed you they noticed you just kind of like listening to their conversation.
Oh, okay. Somebody in the chat said my uncle works at Magic. I'm gonna return the bitchy look because, like, real recognize real for sure. Like, I'm going to try and assert my dominance to these older students.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. All right. Yeah. Give me an intimidation.
Okay.
This isn't gonna be easy. They're established.
Roll to slap.
Yeah.
I rolled a 1.
This
and I
look,
don't have anything in intimidation.
No, this look makes this like this did psychic damage to Ophelia. In fact, I'm gonna give you 1 point of psychic damage. Of actual psychic damage.
Okay. That's fair. You know what? I'm just gonna get up. I'm gonna get up. I say nothing.
All right.
I've already embarrassed myself. I can't save this.
Okay.
I'm just gonna get up. I'm gonna go find Shiv.
All right. Yeah, that's it. They say nothing and they go back to talking. Yeah.
I think maybe we should all like sit together, maybe just
Yes.
for safety.
Yes. But when I get to Shiv, I'm going to like loop my arm in hers. And I'm assuming that Shiv is probably a little bit like Shiv's human, so she's probably not taller, but maybe not as tall.
She's very short. She's
a
like
short king.
5'1", 5'2". Yeah.
Okay, she's a short king. So I'm gonna loop and I'm gonna duck down and be like, I overheard that these books might be cursed.
Really?
Really?
We should look into that later.
Yeah,
Also,
yes, we should look into that later.
Also, don't try and play it off. I saw you just make an ass of yourself.
I know. We don't have to talk about it though. We don't have to.
I'm gonna think about it later and laugh, but
that's fine. As what you do in your own time, that's your business. I'll make it worth your while, and I'll stick my hand in my bag and pull out the jar of imp bits.
Oh yeah.
And give it to her. I'm like, I know you like these little treats, so you can just have that.
Shiv
There's a
looks
bone
at
in
it.
it.
She looks at it and shakes it, and there is indeed a bone in it. I would say, like, because you gathered up just like crusty imp.
I super did. I just like
ephemera.
took a vial and I went like this.
Yeah.
And she shakes a little and she pockets it and she rolls her eyes and keeps her arm linked with yours.
Yeah.
Do you open it at all, or do you keep it in the jar?
Since you asked, and it brings me joy when I do dumb things, I'm
Here we
going
go.
to.
Every
She's
time
gonna,
you
like-
opened a jar around me, something bad happens.
She's gonna, like, before she pockets it, maybe like jostle the cork open slightly and maybe give it a little sniff.
Okay, yeah. Once you open it, you hadn't opened it because you were on the hells. Once you open it on the material plane, you notice that the inside turns into ichor. It's actually a demon ichor. So now instead of bones, it's just got a black viscous. You watch it turn into a black viscous ooze. It smells really bad.
As this happens, I'm gonna lean back down and be like, try not to drink it.
Why would I drink it?
And when you say that, you hear a very loud boom, and you notice that the hippo person is going, "All right, everyone, sit down. We've got a school year to start." And you notice that the other professors have sat down. The tall dragonborn is kind of like standing by them. You think that dragonborn is acting almost like a bodyguard in a sense. Like that's the muscle in case. Wizards, as you know, in case there's a like anti-magic sphere, someone needs to be able to hit things. And that's kind of what you assume he's doing there. Yeah, so everyone sits down. The hippo, obviously the loudest person in the room, gets everyone to sit down. The students are sitting next to you. There's a hush. A hush goes over the crowd. Besides those 3 students, Ophelia, that you heard, they're still talking. They might be disrespectful. Is there anything that you want to do, or are you just going to wait with the other students for the Blackstaff to arrive?
Let me see. I'm not going to do the thing that I want to do, which would be like cast a spell to be obnoxious. I feel like that will just not. I'll get caught, and I don't want to get caught. So I will do nothing, and like I'm assuming like as we've sat down, Crispin and Hazel are also sitting with us.
Yeah, I think Crispin's like acting like he's saving you a seat, though there's no one else at the bench. He's not. No one was really going for it, but he's like, yeah, come on, over here.
Okay.
Over here.
Yeah, I'll take Siobhan over and we'll sit with them, and I'll like whisper like, this could be a while. I heard it's going to be 2 hours.
Do I see anybody else that kind of looks like they feel out of place?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't think you need to do a perception check to notice that Meep never feels like she's in place. You kind of see Meep, the kobold groundskeeper, at the side of the table. She's sort of wringing her hands, looking around. Like she never really seems like she's comfortable. So I would say that she always feels like that. As far as students go, you're in the back, so you can kind of just see everyone else's heads. But there is probably about 50 to 60 students, all of them in the same sort of sweaters. Again, you don't really notice anything out of the ordinary right away, but there is, towards the right-hand side, you do notice that there is a few students that look as if they might be other Eladrin.
Okay.
Like they look more like they might be from the woods versus the city. And they're sitting in the corner more quiet.
Okay.
Are they just like wearing overalls?
No, they look, the elves they have long ears and like their vibe is different. Like their vibe, I guess that's the best way to describe it. They're still very academic, but their vibe is different. Could be
They're sitting crisscross applesauce.
Yeah. Yeah, like maybe they all came from the same druid grove, or maybe they all know the same. They're all Maliki worshippers. Like you get the vibe.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so as you're looking around, it's that really uncomfortable like moment before a presentation in school. Like put yourselves back in school where it was like that smell, that plasticky smell, the hard bench. But it's not a comfortable seat. Lights are too bright. Unfortunately, it's just windows in here, but it's still too bright. You don't know why. Probably magical uncomfortableness because you are in school. And as that happens, the Blackstaff has been here the whole time, saying hi to the various professors. Vajra is very confident, and she has the Blackstaff in one hand, and she has a long purple robe. Her fit is incredible. She also has really cool shoes on, super pointy, very witchy, and a long cloak with a black pointed witch hat. Because why not? Because it's sick. And so she
looks sick as
she looks like, yeah. Especially Ophelia, you're just like, ugh, the magic.
Sailor Moon heart eyes.
Yes, yeah, you've got the Sailor Moon heart eyes. So you sit down, or you're all sitting down, and she stands up and she looks at all of you and she says, well, she sighs because she had to just come back from the hells. But she says, distinguished faculty, esteemed guests, and aspiring archmages, welcome to Blackstaff Academy, where magic and education converge to ignite the flames of knowledge and illuminate the path to greatness. It is with immense pleasure and pride that I extend a warm welcome to each and every one of you as we embark on a journey of discovery, enlightenment, and wonder here at Blackstaff Academy. We are at the forefront of magical education. We're dedicated to nurturing the next generation of sorcerers and wizards. Within these ancient walls, you will find not only the secrets of the weave, but also the keys to unlocking the boundless potential that lies within each of you. And you feel like she looks at each of you, like for real. Like there is some sort of magic going on that each student, you notice, kind of shifts in their seat, like, oh, she just saw me. I don't like this.
I love this. What are you talking about? This is incredible.
Yeah, she's looking at you. Yeah. I feel like Shiv, you don't want her to look at you.
No,
She did.
Shiv hates it.
She did.
Ugh.
And she says, I encourage you to embrace the spirit of curiosity, to revel in the joy of learning, and to fearlessly pursue your dreams. For within the halls of Blackstaff Academy, no dream is too grand, no challenge too daunting, and no feat too extraordinary. To our esteemed guests and supporters, I extend my deepest gratitude for your unwavering belief in the transformative power of education and magic. Your presence here is a testament to your commitment to excellence and your dedication to the pursuit of knowledge. And you hear some shuffling. You don't notice that actually the above you are balconies. And if you look up there, you see people in other robes and masks, and maybe some people who are actually projecting themselves here to watch this. And so, we stand on the threshold of a new academic year. Let us embrace the challenges that lie ahead with courage and determination, for within each of us burns the spark of magic, the spark of greatness, waiting to be unleashed upon the world. Welcome to Blackstaff Academy. And she sits back down, and all the rest of the professors are like,
Yes, standing ovation, incredible, wonderful.
wonderful. And then now it starts to go through, it starts to go through sort of more logistics. You notice that the Tressum sort of like sits up and she goes, just so you know, Mr. Zakarias will be out for another 2 weeks. I will be your professor of illusion. Please, we will be in the same room. I will not take any jokes, but I will take any sort of cat treats that you want to bring me. And she sits back down.
I just like kind of, I just like kind of perk up. I'm like,
cat treats?
Yeah,
I have those.
And the hippo person also pipes up and says, just so you all know, astral physics will be held in the observatory this year. I am teaching it full time now that my leg has recovered. And I expect for you to be in good spirits, despite me having had my leg shot off. I'm better now. No smoke powder in the room, though. I have quite a bit of an aversion to it these days. And she sits back down. There's a few other small moments of student deals. One student the year before passed away, apparently. All of the students sort of just kind of get quiet, like, ugh. And they take a moment to thank everyone for coming. And today, the Blackstaff pit starts to talk again. It says, today is your first day of class technically, but mostly we would just like you to explore the grounds. Dinner will be held at 5 o'clock in the tavern. And you know the tavern is what your cafeteria is called, because they're themed areas of the tower. It's fun. No one wants to eat in just a boring cafeteria. And tomorrow will be your first day of official class, and we'll see you there. And everyone claps. Crispin, your hand is up. Your hand is up. The whole room is now looking at you. Now that your hand is up. And Vajra kind of just looks at you and says, yes?
Hi, Crispin. Happy to meet everyone. Where do I sleep?
Oh, don't worry. Meep takes care of that. Meep takes care of that. She'll be taking you all to your quarters. New students, obviously. You are correct, Crispin. I should have made that clear. That's on me. It's because I was just in the hells. And then she looks to Meep and she says, Meep, please take our new students to their quarters as well. And then dinner will be ready. All right, go. Another student looks back at you. Crispin says, good job.
Can I tell if that's sarcastic or not?
No, they're not sarcastic. They're like, good job, you're brave.
Well, thank you.
Not
Thank
everyone.
I look horrified.
Yeah, not everyone in school is mean.
I scooch away from Crispin.
Yeah, you notice that there are not that many new students. It's really, you think that the only 5 new students were you and Valen, who is not present. Because there's only about 50 students at Blackstaff Academy. It's not a huge school. It's very exclusive. And Meep will wander over to you and says, "Oh yes, welcome. I'm glad you're all in one piece. Valen is recovering. Just so you know, he is fine. He will be fine well, maybe his brain won't be fine, but his body is fine.
I don't think his brain was fine to begin with.
That's probably true. That's probably yes. But Meep would love to take you to your quarters if you would like to see your quarters. First years. Valen will also join you eventually. But if you would like to follow me, and she
Does he have to?
You notice that she's now got her cleaning gear in her little basket. So Meep is the groundskeeper. She's a kobold sorcerer. And so she has a little basket with all of her cleaning supplies behind her. And so she's got her little mop and everything. And you notice that as she walks towards the door, that she's just like picking things off the floor that like kids have dropped, like hair and like maybe like a wrapper, and she's just putting them in the basket. It's very neurotic.
Is she like Agra from the Dark Crystal?
Oh yeah, I love Agra. I feel like every character I make is like Agra from the Dark Crystal.
I think it is.
Yeah, that's okay.
Which is great because she's based, so it's
yeah,
fine.
I love Agra. Also, thank you, chat, for noticing that I made a subject called astral physics. I laughed about that for like 5
That's a good
minutes.
joke.
Thank you. A gift that teaches astral physics. Yeah. Anyway, Meep takes you through the door, and once you get into you haven't seen actually the Blackstaff tower itself. You know that the Blackstaff tower has no windows and no doors from the outside, but from what you can see is that the whole tower has windows. The sides are all covered in big arched windows, and sometimes the windows don't show Waterdeep. They show other places. As you're walking down the hallway, different things pass by it. One's snowy, one's a desert, different things. So, yeah, you're just following Meep at this point. Do you want to do anything or ask her for anything?
Are there like any paintings or mostly windows?
There's paintings, yeah, definitely, like wizard luminaries. You see Elminster. There's also a painting of Volo. You don't know why that one's there. Yeah.
I wonder if it's like one of those things where like you buy a frame from Target and it has like
definitely you can see
stock
like
photo.
stock footage in there.
You can see like that picture actually might just be covering up like a burn in the wall. Like maybe the picture of Volo just moves around to cover up a burn from like a spell that wasn't working.
Can Shiv lightly knock the portrait of Volo as she walks by?
Yeah.
Just like, oops. Try and knock it off the wall.
Yeah, you have to do it stealthily though, because Meep will fix it.
So
give me a stealth check.
Okay, yeah, I think this is actually worth taking the time to do. Sorry, everyone.
No, this is perfect. We're at school.
Yeah.
Somebody in chat said that the Volo picture is from a sale.
Yeah. You went down to the market ward and he was selling his own picture.
Yeah.
Do you want it autographed?
50% off. I got a 12.
All right, let's see if Meep sees you. Please don't knock down the portraits. Oh, Mischief. Please. Meep will have to fix it. Meep, and it makes Meep very sad.
Sorry. Accident. Total accident. And Shiv actually reaches up and tries to fix it herself.
Yeah, thank you.
But maybe leaves it a little askew in the process.
That's fair. Meep's okay with that.
Okay.
Yeah, she's got eagle eyes, just so you know.
Groundskeeper Meep, how long have you been working here?
Oh, Meep has been here for quite a long time, much longer than a kobold should live, actually. Starting to think that might be a problem. She continues down the hallway.
Oh no.
Do you have any tips and tricks for new students? Something they should know?
Oh, yes. Well, it's good to get to the tavern early so that you could get the warmest breads. That's always, if the bread gets cold, Meep gets very sad about that. I would also use the privy on the 4th level. The privy on the level with your rooms is not my favorite. I think it's because the toilet there goes to the bottomless plane of ooze, and sometimes mephits come through it. The other toilet just goes into the river in Waterdeep, and I find that to be much more to my liking.
I thought our poop just magically disappeared from our robes as we walked. I thought is that not this?
That is a rumor. That is a rumor, and that isn't real. We all have privies, and we all have to use the toilet. Whoever spread that rumor is absolutely unhinged. You notice this made Meep mad. Meep's like, someone, you don't poop yourself at Blackstaff Academy. You don't. You don't.
Shiv yet again distanced herself from Crispin, just a couple further
Yeah.
away.
I haven't done it yet. I just wanted to know.
Well, now you notice the other students filing past you. You seem to be that you're getting to the student quarters. So Meep leads you down the hallway that's on the same floor as the hall, the conference hall, we'll call it. And there's another big a big stone archway, and then down the corridor you can see what looks like different hallways leading off to dorm rooms, what you would assume look like dorm rooms. There are larger dorm rooms on one side, which you can only assume are some of the older students might get better accommodations, or maybe if there's students that are like centaurs or something else that might need a larger room. Blackstaff Academy is accommodating. And you notice at the end, in the far left-hand corner, is a 4-bedroom rotunda that you notice is yours. And you each have your own room.
Oh, thank God.
That was so real. That was so real.
Listen, I lived in the University of Florida dorms, and it was a 4. Never again.
Oh
No.
4 in one room?
Uh-huh. We had bunk beds.
Oh God.
I was in, I had 2 people in my room, but I had to do the shared bathroom thing. So it was 7 stalls for a floor of 50 people.
No.
That's inhumane.
No. Blackstaff Academy doesn't do this to the students. But you might die, so I mean, it's fine.
I was in, not just sharing horror story, I was in a type of like, it's cheaper to live here if you all agree to do the cleaning yourself, so we don't have to pay for cleaners. So imagine how good college students were about cleaning mass stalls.
No.
No.
No. Yeah, Meep, I feel like Meep will make a note. Meep will clean up after you. Meep does not trust the students.
Smart.
Well, this is your rooms. Meep will leave you here. Please come to dinner at 5. We will be having wonderful pies, pot pies, beef pies, and breads. And we are, since this is an academy and you are adults, we will also have ale, which is exciting. And so she's like cleans some of the window a little bit. There's a spider web. She gets it up and then she just waddles off.
Can I do can I just do like a random like check? Like, I'm just kind of curious how powerful Meep is.
Yeah, you can. You can check.
Would that be like
Crispin.
He just like punches her in the back of the head.
She smack her around a little bit to see.
Oh no.
Oh, she just like falls over.
What would that be? I meant magically powered, not how much she can take a punch. So would that be Arcana or would that be like investigation?
That would be I would say Arcana. Yeah, because since she's a kobold, you know that kobolds, I would say most people know that kobolds have some ties to dragons, but you've never seen a kobold that's friendly, and you've never seen a kobold that's an old woman, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw I rolled a 10.
You don't know. You seem to think, you know that she is a sorcerer because you are aware that kobolds can be sorcerers, but you're not aware of how powerful she is. If anything, she just seems like a dawdling, like, nice groundskeeper.
Got it.
But you know that Blackstaff Academy, or no, that Blackstaff Tower is very insular and very hard to get into, so there has to be a reason that she's working here. Also, just so you know, on each of your doors is a embellished plaque with your name, and so you notice that that there's plaques for each of the doors for all of the students, but there's themes, and yours is themed after cheese. So each of your so it says like, welcome Crispin, and it's got like a piece, like a drawing of like a little piece of Gouda and like a smiley face and like a cow. And it's like, for your Shiv, it's bright pink. It's like, welcome, Shiv! And it says, like, welcome to Blackstaff. There's glitter on it. It's got, like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, those welcome to college things. Yeah.
She looks at it and her face just drops. And she looks at Ophelia and she's like, I think they maybe got us mixed up here.
What does mine look like?
Yours is very, I don't know. It seems like they put a lot of care into yours. Like, they might know who you are. Like they might know that.
Ooh.
Yeah, they might know that. That it's got a calligraphy, and you've got like a nice fondue pot drawn next to it. Someone spent a lot of time drawing these different kinds of cheeses.
Wait, so I just have like a cardboard cow on mine?
Yeah.
Yours is like that episode of The Office where it's like, it is your birthday.
It is your birthday. Okay, great. A clip
What
art
is-
cow. Okay, got it. Cool.
What does Hazel's look like?
Hazel, yours is also very nice, and this person has also whoever has made these like knows a little bit about you. You think yours might be a slight, Shiv?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah, Hazel, yours has a little kitty.
Oh,
Yeah,
yay!
Crispin, yours just has like I don't know. The cow's wearing a sleepy time hat.
Oh.
Aw.
They're all cheese themed. You notice all of the other dorms are all themed after other foods. So one is like the ale dorm. Those are the older kids. And then there's the, there's definitely a bread one too. But you got cheese.
Cheese is
You
great.
think it's one of the weaker themes, but you know.
I'll go
In
up to
their
my
opinion.
door and like remark like, oh, how lovely, and then I'll just like go in and like making direct eye contact with everybody as I close the door and lock it.
Yeah, what do you all do? Tell me how you settle in, because dinner's at 5. Right now it's probably about like 3:30. Oh, my
Ah.
camera fell off. Camera, why are you leave? It's leaving. It's like I'm done. I'm done playing Dungeons and Dragons. Goodbye. Yeah, so it's probably like mid-afternoon, and you need to go to dinner at some point. But yeah, you can settle in, go explore.
Well, I want to ask Shiv something that happened in Game Zero. Is Shiv, you mentioned something in your book that I also got. I got a letter about a welcome to the Order of the Slow Death, and I don't know if that's like a normal thing. Do you know, is that like a club?
Shiv kind of looks him up and down and is genuinely surprised because she thought this was just like a cool goth thing. And this is not the type of character she expected there. And she just kind of quirks an eyebrow at him and she's like, you got the one. Are you sure it's the same one? The one where we're supposed to go to the ossuary? Do you even know what one of those are?
Yeah, no, I
Kinda
had to look up ossuary before we got there because I was like, I want to go to the wrong place. I don't want to go in like another club. I happen sometimes. I walk in and I just join things.
Yeah, I can tell. But seriously, the slow death. That's the same. That's the one.
Yeah, DEATH, not like hard of
Yeah.
hearing, right? Yeah.
Yeah. That's how you spell death. Yeah. I mean, I also got one, so I mean,
Yeah.
I guess we could go together. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
She
right
holds
here.
hers out too, and she's like, same.
Midnight in the ossuary on her first day of class. I assume they mean midnight at the end of the day, not the beginning of the day. That'd be hard.
Well, I think that those are the same things. I think midnight is the same. It's midnight.
Right.
Yeah. There's only one midnight in a day.
I feel like Ophelia is like listening to this, like
Oh yeah,
Did
like
not say-
I
That's what I was saying.
From the other side of the door.
yes.
Shiv wants to look over at Hazel. Hazel, are you still out in the hallway with us?
Yeah, I am like in front of my door, like kind of tearing up a little bit because I'm still feeling really out of place because
Aw.
everybody's like wizards and sorcerers, and I'm like I don't know exactly why I'm here, but I'm very touched by my little sign on the door, but I overhear them talking about the slow death, the Order of the Slow Death, and I like open up my little book and I'm like, I got one too. And I like
Oh.
hold it out and like show it to them.
Shiv does kind of, I think, since you're not hiding that you're kind of upset or moved, or you kind of being
Yeah, no,
open about that.
No, I'm just
Yeah,
crying.
Shiv clocks that a little bit and kind of like inhales very deeply, and she's like, okay, well, I get, we could all go together. We're gonna have to sneak out, I assume. I thought I'd be doing that alone. Crispin, you might not be great at that, but if we all go as a group.
Oh, I'm used to
could just
walking
all
around
go.
at night. I don't I stay up a lot. So like that
Oh.
sounds great.
Where do you go at night normally?
Just wherever it keeps the voices quiet.
The what?
Don't worry about it. Anyway,
She kind
Yeah.
of quirks an eyebrow. She's like, okay, well, either way, should we all go together later
Yeah.
Kinda-
without
kinda
Ophelia? I mean,
Wipe
not
my
Ophelia,
nose,
she's-
and I would love that.
okay. Shiv kind of awkwardly pats her arm and is like, yeah, but don't. Maybe we leave. We just don't tell Ophelia. We don't want her to feel left out if she wasn't invited. You know,
That's
just don't bring
yeah.
that up.
That's a good idea.
From behind my door, like through the cube, like, I was invited, I got one, and just like slip out under the door.
Shiv kicks it back under the door, just with her boot, just like slides it back under.
Yeah,
While they're doing this, I'm like hanging like teen beat posters of Gale in my room.
Professor Gale.
Professor Gale. just putting them up and like arranging them. I have like a couple of those like K-pop photo card holders, and I'm like lining them up on like those like miniature plastic easels like
Oh
on
my
my
God.
desk.
Is it just all Gale using mirror image, so he's an entire K-pop band? He's just
Yes.
doing all the poses. Yeah.
Yes. I have like my favorite one that's like right above my bed is like he's doing this.
Oh my God, yes.
Yes.
Oh my God. While you're doing that, can you give me a perception check?
$14.
Yeah, well, just as you're putting up the K-pop Gale above your ceiling, you look to the left and you notice that Valen is standing there, just covered in blood, in your room.
What?
And then a beat passes and he's gone. And you notice that your arm, where you were tied up by the hag, is like itching, and you have kind of what looks like a scar.
Oh my God.
And then the Gale poster falls down.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm busy. Maybe I've just been through a lot. We've been through a lot. We'll write mommy later. I'll just like put the poster back up, and then I'll put like some sort of like magic of vino on my wrist.
Yeah, you guys just hear the poster fall, but you don't hear anything else.
Yeah, I'm just going to shout to the door. Hey, Ophelia, how firm's your mattress? Is your mattress good? I'm asking everyone how their mattress is good. It's not a weird thing. Just want to know how everyone's mattress is.
I take like one finger and just be like, it's
You notice,
rectangle.
yeah, you notice that the mattresses aren't really that great. I mean, this is
Oh.
they're kind of covered in plastic, like the shine. You know what I'm talking about? Like those, like these,
Yeah.
like they've been through a lot. And in fact, as you look closer, like Blackstaff Academy is nice, but there's a lot of magic involved. So like, there's some burns in the bed. There's like, it's still nice. It's just it's seen its share of wizards in these dorm rooms, probably for a long time.
We won't be turning the blacklight prestidigitation spell on. We know that much.
No, you should not do that. You should not.
We will
do
not
that.
be doing that.
But yeah, you hear other students' voices walking around. Seems like everyone's getting settled in. So do you share with them, Ophelia, your vision, or are you going to keep it to yourself?
I'm just gonna keep that to myself. We don't need to tell everybody about, we don't need to share, we don't need to post through it.
Yeah.
Just write a letter about it later.
Yeah,
Write them in the diary.
Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. Does one of you have the Order of the Slow Death? I just want to show everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so everyone in their book... Oh, you disappeared. You're gone. You can see
Oh, no.
Kayla's, but yeah. So everyone got one of those. What is it? You'll find out. Spooky. All right. Spooky. Yeah, just keep, talking amongst yourselves. You have plenty of time. You can explore. You can...
Shiv wants to just open her room and see, like, she takes a very deep breath to steel herself and opens the door because she's worried that it's pink inside as well. So I don't know.
No,
she opens it.
You open the door and it's normal. It's
thank God.
There's stone walls, almost like castle stone on one side, and then the other two sides are like wattle and daub, which is the wood and plaster of a lot of Renaissance medieval buildings. And you just notice that there is a desk, a singular desk with a drawer, quality woodwork, a little candle for you to to study by, and a comfortable bed with nice sheets. The bed isn't like stellar, but the sheets are nice. They're like a deep blue velvet that matches the Blackstaff colors.
Is there a window in my room?
There is a window. Yeah, each of you has a little window, yay big. Not big, not huge, but enough to like see outside. You think that some of them are magically projecting an outside. It might not actually be outside.
Yeah, she wants to kind of like go over and look through the window, because she did notice that all the other windows that we walked by showed perhaps different planes. And she's just kind of wanting to see what she can see outside.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check, and you can like poke at it with your magicalness.
Ooh, that is. Let me see what I have for perception. That is a 17.
Yeah, so you actually do think this is some sort of illusion. It is not a real window. It's an illusion. But it is. You hear wind blowing, you hear birds chirping, but it's not cold. So you notice that there's no temperature involved with it being a window. It just looks like it's outside.
Oh. Okay. She clocks that and then sits down at her desk and kind of pulls out a notebook, not her spell book. She pulls out her spell book and sits it there, but she pulls out a notebook and she starts to write a letter in it. And that's what she's going to do for a little bit.
Yeah, you also notice that your arm's kind of itching a little bit, and there's a weird, almost looks like a bug bite or a scar that's like appearing on your arm.
Can she investigate it further or Arcana check it?
Yeah, you can.
She looks down.
Or you can just hide it and not think about it. Like
No. I'm not like other girls. Okay?
Oh my god.
Okay. I would like to Arcana check it, I think. Because, I mean, we just had this hag thing wrapped around our arms. We already, and Ophelia had investigated it and determined what that was. So I got a 12 plus 5, so 17.
Okay, yeah, you... My dice, come back! Come back!
Oh no!
Come back, my dice! So you're not sure, but this doesn't seem like a natural thing. This seems to be a kind of perhaps a magical repercussion. But that's all you can guess. You don't know. It is a magical effect from something that happened to you, but you have no idea what it is, no idea why it appeared, or why now it looks like there's a weird like stringy scar on your wrist.
Magical consequences of our actions.
Yeah. Well, what did we do to deserve it? We just had some tea. We were being good. We're good.
We were being. That's correct. You were so right.
Well,
That's true.
She notes this. She finishes her letter, and she crumbles it up, immediately throws it in the trash, and then like throws on her sweater to pull down over her arm, and then goes back out to see everybody else.
All right. Does anyone else do anything in
Yeah.
the dorm room?
At the sake of being repetitive, yeah. Oh yeah, Katie, you want to go first?
Oh, sure. So Hazel goes into her room and she summons her little like Tressum fire spirit friend.
The best.
Whose name is Kendra. And Kendra just goes and like kind of curls up on the bed, and she pulls out the little like gazer plushie that Meep gave her.
Yeah, Meep gave
at the end,
Hazel
and like
a gazer plushie.
puts that like on her pillow, like she's just kind of like taking stuff out of her like trunk or whatever, kind of making the room her own.
Yeah, if you did have things, actually, there was a way to send them beforehand, so they would be waiting in your room. You don't know why Phelan had a giant trunk of books. You think that was just an impulse purchase on the way to school.
Listen, we've all been there.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
There's a deal. You just know you gotta get it when you can. Yeah.
Yeah. And Hazel, you don't notice anything wrong with your arm. There's nothing going on. You're fine.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, and your Tressum's adorable.
Yeah, she's just curled up, sleeping.
You notice that they did give you a tiny little whoever put these things together for you was clearly thinking of you specifically. There is a little fireproof cat bed in your room. Yeah, it's made of a fireproof stone, but you notice that it's like also like very cat shaped. You know, they love sitting in boxes, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, you're fine.
Cool.
Crispin, your arm itches.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, good. Okay. I do want to kind of unpack in my room too. I assume I sent along all of my dehumidifier, my humidifier running at the same time. You know,
Yeah.
Sound machine. If that would work in this realm.
Yeah, you just like your sound orb.
Yeah. It's a Plantier that just does static noise.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to add my own bedroll out. Like I think I just have as much of my bed and pillows and everything and put it on top of the default one.
Does Crispin have a Dunkelskog from Magic IKEA?
Oh my god, magic.
Oh my god.
I just feel like that's something you would have.
Look it up, Dimpleskog.
Oh, it's like the giant bear.
Yeah, it's the
like
bear.
Oh, sure.
It's
Dunkelskog.
yes. No, Crispin is the Dimpleskog.
He is Dunkelskog.
I'm assuming is there anything left over in my room from the previous tenant? Did they do a good job kind of like cleaning it out?
Oh yeah, you can do a check. Give me a check. See, because I don't know. Meep's eagle-eyed, but she also like
Ooh, that was good. 19 plus 5, so 24.
Oh,
Good.
yeah.
You see through time with that?
Yeah. So yeah, Crispin, you scour this room. You try to find anything in there that a student might have left, maybe even a secret door, and you notice that one of the rocks on the wall is actually loose. And so you can try and open it if you want.
Yeah, as I'm starting to mess with it, I yell to the group, "Hey guys, my arm's itching. Just feel like I need to share."
Probably
yeah,
from all the soap you eat, love.
Right, I told you about the soap, but eating the soap. Yeah, I want to gently sort of pry at it.
Yeah, it comes out pretty easy. This person, it was a makeshift hiding spot by someone with magic, so it's not that great. It's not even magical. Yeah. It's just a hole.
Yeah. What's in there?
Yeah, when you open it and you look in, you notice that there's actually like a little tiny like box, almost shaped like, let's see, like this, like almost shaped like this.
Okay.
Like a pen box or something, or.
Well, the deal.
Like a vape's in there.
Yes. Oh. Yeah. When you open it up, you do notice there is a pen in there. Yeah, it's a very nicely crafted black wood fountain pen.
Wow. Okay. Blackwood fountain.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's no name or anything on it, or no marking other than just
other than the strange black wood that it's made out of.
Can I do another Arcana check on it, or see if I notice anything about it?
Yeah.
That is a unnatural 20.
Whoa!
A dirty 20? Whoa!
Dirty 20.
Rolls.
Crispin's just doing magic.
Yeah. I think in my mind, Crispin takes his bedroom very seriously. So this is all just like, I want this place to be like right. I just want to be perfect. I want to know what it is.
That's fair. No, you do feel like this object is magical. You'd have to get an identify spell to really know what it does.
Okay.
But you do feel like it's enchanted somehow.
Right. And I do love that someone in the chat suggested it's one of those old pens that had 4 colors that you could just push the pins down on.
Yeah, that'd be so sick. Yeah. Yeah. It could be more nefarious than that. You don't know. Or it could just be a really nice pen. You don't know.
But yeah, I think I'll pocket the pen, but as I unpack, I think I'll hold on to. I think I'm the one who still had Valen's book.
Yes.
I think, or did I? Yeah. Okay. I'll hold on to it to give it back to him when we see him. So I have 2 of these Blackstaff books, my own and Valen's.
Yeah. Yeah, you figure that you might want to give it back to Meep when you see her next.
Should have done that.
Actually, Valen's room is next to yours as well. He also has a cheese-themed door plaque, but it's just like it's bizarre. It's like him and what looks like another older tiefling drawn. And it kind of looks like one of the professors you saw.
Oh, interesting. I mean,
Were they Goku buff or just regular?
They're just regular. Valen didn't draw it, so they're not Goku buff.
I asked the group, like, do you think Valen would mind if I like left this in his room? Just go in there.
I think we absolutely should go in there. And Shiv opens the door.
Yeah. So when you open the door, you also see Valen covered in blood, right in the door, just for a moment. And then he's gone.
Do we all see it? Or
Yeah,
is this
you all
just
see
Shiv?
it. You all see it.
Oh.
But is that a ghost? Valen's not dead, right?
We were told he wasn't dead.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. It's the first time I've seen this all day. So
I want to.
silly.
Can I insight check that?
Yes. Yes, but you have to insight check against her deception check.
All right,
Okay,
let's go.
here we go.
Let's go,
So,
Hadeel.
yeah. I knew this was
Deception?
going to happen. I didn't expect it in the first session, but yeah.
Okay, what'd you get?
I got a 9.
I got a 16. So
No, yeah, you believe her. You're like, yeah, it is. First thing she's ever seen all scary all day.
I've never seen anything in my whole life.
Yeah.
Except, especially not that.
Oh my god.
Oh, hey, Holly, real quick. What day of the week is it?
I mean, it's definitely what?
Would it be like a Monday, I
No,
assume?
because it's not technically, you're not taking, it's your first day of school, but you don't have class today, so it's Sunday.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Just like in real life. My gosh. It's crazy.
Sorry.
I just want it so when I do like the notes, I do them in like the style of a journal or a letter. I just
Oh,
want
perfect.
the-
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can make sure that we keep
Yeah.
track of what day it is, because you haven't, this, again, it's not your first day of class, but yes. Sorry, I muted myself because I just sneezed, because it's spring and I'm allergic to trees.
Dude, the trees do be treeing.
Oh.
They're
in
treeing.
Seattle.
Yeah, they're treeing. I was like, my eye is leaking. Anyway, no. So, all right, you open the door to Valen's room. It looks similar to yours. His stuff is already there, and Ophelia, you notice his stuff looks fine. He's got some fine stuff.
Nicer than mine?
It might be.
I mean, he's not here, right? He's not.
No, he's not there.
Okay, I want to. Well, I mean, everybody's in the room, so I'm not gonna try and
I
be
know.
like.
Shiv is watching you.
I was gonna. You know what? I'll just do it. I'm gonna do the message spell to Shiv.
Sorry, Wizard of D in chat just said, rob that sick man.
I mean, we already have. You don't understand. We already have.
They already
once.
know, yeah,
We'll
they
do
already
it
did it.
again.
I've already
Session
taken
0.
his personal diary, but I want to
Yeah.
have what I'll do instead of sending message is I'll just be like, oh, we should have a look around, make sure everything looks nice for when he feels better. He's been through a lot. Now he's haunting us for no reason. We should just tidy up a bit, and then I'll start like tucking the sheets in the mattress. I'm definitely feeling for something like fantasy Playboy or something. But I'm just like like it just like these sheets have a higher thread count than mine. But yeah, I'm doing that kind of nonsense.
Do you open in his chest that's in there?
Oh yeah, of course I do. What if it's dusty?
All right.
What if it's
Okay.
dusty in there?
It is locked. So would you like to, do you have a knock spell or something, or?
I don't.
Anyone else feel like helping Ophelia with this crime?
It's what if it's dusty? I'm trying to be helpful.
I mean, I want to assist in crimes,
Oh
but
my god. Hazel's
I don't have a
crying
knock
again.
spell.
Like,
Probably.
Hazel's like,
She's just
"Ah!"
standing. Yeah,
Crying.
she's just standing in the door, like trying not to cry.
Oh no.
She's so nervous.
Yeah.
And now her new friends are like being criminals.
Oh no.
do I know if the ichor would like melt off a lock?
Ooh, that's a good question. I know, I guess another Arcana check. It is a wizard game. We're going to be doing a lot of these, but
Right.
We are. Yeah, you got it. All right.
yeah,
hang
get
on.
ready to slap those Arcana checks, because we
Ooh.
got wizard shit to do.
18 plus 5.
Wow, dang.
Damn.
Yeah, you know what? It might. It might, but it would be ruined. It'd be pretty ruined.
Yeah, she doesn't care. So she's gonna reach in and uncork the ichor bottle and roll her eyes at Ophelia as she pours it over the lock on the chest.
I move like my skirts out of the way because I don't want it to get messy.
Yeah, the ichor like sizzles and pops, and you notice that the lock does actually melt off, but it continues to melt through the floor.
Uh-oh.
And so it's melting further into the floor. It's about an inch down now into the stone.
We'll just put a rug over it.
Yeah,
still going.
I drag the rug over it. I just like drag the rug over it. And I'm like, that seems like. I look at Ophelia and I'm like, that seems like Valen's problem. He's gonna have to explain that if you ask me.
Yeah, you hear sizzling. It's still going. Doesn't smell good either. It smells like rotten eggs, and now the whole room smells like rotten eggs.
That's fine.
I can try like, have you guys? I think Crispin didn't even see this. He's been trying to find a piece of paper to write a note for Valen. Like he wants to leave the book with a little note, like from your friends. Is there paper anywhere here? Like a nice sheet, like a sticky sheet?
There is some empty scrolls on the desk. Those come with your your tuition.
Okay, I'm gonna take one of his scrolls and I'm gonna use the pen I just found to write it like, Valen, found this when you got stabbed in the chest. Held on to it for you. Hope you're doing better. Hugs, Crispin and friends.
XOXO, Crispin.
XOXO, Crispin. Looking forward to getting to know you better, buddy. Crispin.
Feel better, bud. Do I see Crispin writing this note?
Yeah, he's just doing it out in the open.
Okay, do I recognize the pen he's using?
No. This is just, I mean, it just looks like a black fountain pen. You've never seen it before.
Also, I just wanted to see if this was a Death Note pen. I wanted to see if that killed Valen immediately.
Well, yeah. See what? As you start writing,
actually,
it's not quite that. But as you start writing, you do notice that it is not your handwriting that is coming out at the end of this.
Oh.
It's actually it's a lot nicer and a lot more scroll. Like Ophelia, you're impressed. You're like, I didn't know he could write. Like, wow.
Yeah, I'll like note that too. Be like, oh, for somebody who eats soap, you have lovely penmanship.
Well, can I just clarify for you and anyone who wasn't around for the last game? I was forced to eat soap, so it wasn't like I enjoy eating soap.
I thought you volunteered though.
Eat the soap.
I was coerced into eating soap. It was just more of like a fun game.
You said you were a good soap boy. You told us that.
Well, yeah, that was what they told me.
He did say good little soap boy. He did say that.
I can't take back that, but I just want to make sure, just so in case anyone's like, tonight I want to eat like pies and bread. I don't want to eat any soap. No soap, please.
I mean, the point still stands. He has a lot nicer penmanship than Ophelia thought he would.
Thank you.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't just pen. I'm just very natural, I guess. I really like it, and I try to draw the Stussy S with it.
The cool S.
The cool S.
Yeah, it ends up just looking like a calligraphy S. It's not cool at all. But it is to Ophelia.
Yeah. Like, oh.
Yeah. So now if you still hear sizzling, by the way, you don't know where that ichor's gone, but it's still going.
It's not my problem.
It's not my room.
Fine.
But the lock has finally been dissolved off of Valen's precious personal things.
I'm gonna fling that sucker open.
All right. Oh, God, you guys.
Wait, can I stop her, please?
You can do like a strength check to push down the lid.
Yeah,
I mean, you could just stop. She's not gonna fight it. Like, she's not that invested.
I'm just gonna be like,
what?
Listen,
I thought this is what you wanted to do.
Yes, but the proper precautions must be taken.
Precautions? What is it?
Yeah,
what is he gonna have in here? A Dybbuk?
Maybe, or like it could be a mimic, or I just feel like.
Did you meet the guy?
I mean, yes. But what if there's something disgusting or messy, like a wet mess?
Like fan fiction?
It could be. What if it's sticky inside? What if it's sticky?
Well, then you open it. Shiv stands up. It's like, Gestures.
I would
From
like to do an Arcana check. It could be sticky.
from
Yeah.
the doorway, I'm just like, guys, I don't think we should be opening other people's stuff. Maybe not a good idea.
Well, Ophelia was worried that it's dirty, so it seems like we need to.
You're opening to clean it? That's your
Yeah.
plan?
Yeah, I mean, we were out in the snow, in the hells. What if his books are damaged?
Yeah, what if his books are wet? What if they're wet?
Crispin looks to Hazel to see if how moral this group will be right now, leading this on.
I'm just like, no, it's probably not a good idea. But I don't leave. I'm still watching.
Yeah,
Yeah.
still curious.
Well, Holly, can I do a Arcana
Yes,
check?
of course.
All right. It's 15 plus 3. That's 18.
Oh yeah, that's good. I mean, other than the magical properties of this demon ichor that Shiv poured all over it, the chest seems to be fairly mundane, but it is very expensive.
I
Not
just,
anymore.
Yeah, not anymore.
Can I use Mage Hand to lift the lid just a little?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll do Mage Hand to lift the lid just a little.
Also, what does your mage hand look like? Because one of my homebrew rules is that mage hand looks different for everyone.
Oh yeah,
Cool.
it's yeah, I remember this rule
Yeah.
from before. My Mage Hand is like a really pretty, like finely what's the word I'm looking for? Basically like a lace glove, like
Yeah,
a really
yes.
dainty like Victorian lace glove.
Mm-hmm.
Does your
Very
mage hand just have a
cool.
pinky out the entire time?
Yes, she's just, like it's like a very delicate. Actually, I wish I had an example, but like during the like late 1860s, there was a really popular motif of like clasped hands and a lot of like mourning
Yes,
jewelry.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so it looks
It's like the
that.
belt in Crimson Peak. Like I think
have
she's
that
wearing a
belt.
belt like that. Yeah, me
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
That's what I
it's
was
like
thinking of.
that. It's like very dainty, and it's wearing basically like the glove on it looks like it could be like mohair silk. So it's like this really light gossamer. It's very finely like a lace pattern on it. And at the wrist, there's like a little pearl button in the
Oh.
shape of a rose.
So fancy.
Ooh,
I feel like,
Ooh.
and Shiv's is just like a skeleton hand.
it is.
Yeah.
It's true.
What does Crispin's look like? I'm just invested in everyone's mage hands now. I just know.
Like a warm mitten.
Oh my god, yes!
Aw.
Just like a mitten.
So cute. Like
I
the
love
big,
that.
like you know, the fuzzy mittens, like you know the book, The Red Mitten.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What was
Yeah,
it,
that's
like
very
a mouse? Like a mouse lived in there or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cute.
Yeah. What about Hazel?
I don't know if Hazel can do mage hand, because she's
What
not
if
a
she
wizard.
could?
But
But
if she could,
Yeah.
I think it would be like probably a little like cat paw.
I was gonna say like the beans.
So cute.
Little beans.
No beans.
The
Yep.
beans.
Yep.
Yeah, so whenever we summon things in the game, everyone will get their own little flavor for it because it's more fun. It's more fun like that. So
It's
you can
true.
think about your
Yeah.
flavors. Even
I
like,
just hope you won't hold against me that the midden gives me less dexterity on my mage hand.
That's
I just
okay,
hope.
it's
I hope we,
true.
no,
hope we
it's
understand
magic.
it's going for style.
It's
Okay.
magic.
Okay.
You can. I mean, like it's only flair. It's not. You know.
Yeah. Okay.
It
Cool. Thank
doesn't-
you.
We're not gonna rules lawyer your mage hand because it's a mitten.
Jonathan.
Anyway, so yes, you take your mage hand, it daintily lifts it up, and nothing happens.
Okay. I'll take a peek inside from a safe distance.
Yeah. When you look inside, you notice that there's a framed portrait of Valen looking incredibly uncomfortable next to that professor that you saw. Like it's clearly his dad.
Oh no, that's the worst.
The tiefling. The tiefling we
Yeah.
saw. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Nothing sucks more than like having your parent be your teacher. Like,
Yeah, and then dying on the first day.
yeah, how
That too.
embarrassing. I would never embarrass my parents like that. I'll
How
just get a degree in
embarrassing.
history instead.
Couldn't be me.
It couldn't be me. Yeah, I'm gonna take the portrait and like hold it at like arm's length, and I I know that there's like some sort of like family resemblance there,
Yeah.
as you said. And I'm assuming that I know that this is like the teacher that we saw.
Right.
So now in my mind, I'm like, I know who to suck up to.
Yeah, you guys did a terrible job of sucking up to Valen. It might be too late now.
I mean, I can fix it.
I healed him.
That's
That's true.
Yeah, I'm returning his book right now. I'm putting it in the chest with basically making ourselves be clearly guilty that we opened it by putting this in the chest with the letter and everything. But
Yeah.
it's the
That
one
could have happened in the hells. That could have happened in the
True.
hells. That's fine.
true.
Yeah.
What happens in the hells stays in the hells, okay?
Yeah.
They also
I'm just saying.
someone in chat asked if you were goth. Your wizard was goth, Kayla. I was like, yes. That's why you're
Yes.
skeleton hand. Yeah.
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 Look at the picture.
The short
Yeah.
goth king.
Yes. But yeah, and if you peek into the chest, you notice this is some regents, things that any sort of wizard student would bring, an extra pair of robes.
Well, I'll put the portrait back, and I will close the chest.
Yeah. You feel like maybe this chest was actually sent to him by his dad, because there is a little note just tucked into the top that just says, "Don't disappoint me."
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Don't like that.
How does he sign it, Dad?
Yeah.
Dad.
Father.
Father. Yeah, I'll just close the chest again, and I'll put the broken lock. Actually, I'm not going to touch the lock.
Yeah, don't
Because
touch
it's probably covered in Igor. So I will just.
Yeah, you start to hear shuffling footsteps coming from the hallway.
Okay, well, it's time to leave. Yeah,
Yep.
I will close it and give it like a little brush, and like I'll go back to like patting the bed to make it look like I'm doing something nice.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You notice it's just Meep. Meep kind of peeks her little snoot around the corner, and she's like, Meep smells something bad. Did someone spill something in here?
Shiv speaks up, and she's like, I think that Valen actually brought some demon ichor back with him from the hells.
Oh no, that's a
his
forbidden
chest.
substance here in
There's a
Blackstaff
hole in the
Academy.
floor. We put the rug on top of it so it wouldn't look so ugly.
Yeah, we're just trying to help. you
Yeah,
know.
I'm trying to help clean up the mess.
Meep lifts it up and is like, "Oh gods!" and just looks like it's like the hole goes to the other floor now.
It's like the teacher's lounge under
Yeah,
there.
yeah. You peek in and you just see like, yeah, it's like someone's got a cup of coffee. Like,
World's
well,
best wizard.
I'll have to fix this. Please go to dinner early while I take care of this mess.
Yes, thank you, Meep. It was lovely to see you again.
Thank you for taking care of Valen's things. I'll make sure to tell the Blackstaff that he's smuggling demon ichor into the.
You should.
Please do. It's
It could
very
influence
serious.
But-
students.
But I
Yes.
don't know.
Crispin, shut up.
Don't worry about it, Crispin.
Oh, then his father will be so disappointed.
Yeah, so we can't have that.
Yes.
We should go. We should
Okay,
go.
farewell,
Mm.
students. Dinner should be ready soon anyway. And be careful. I think that someone might have also spilled something on the second floor near the ale.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
But their body might be cleaned up by now. Have a good day.
Goodbye.
Okay, bye, Meep.
She's just you hear like scraping.
Save your seat, Meep. I assume Meep wants to eat, so with us.
Meep, no, she doesn't eat anywhere else, but she does inform you that she is paid and that she is not obviously a servant being given socks like other wizard schools. Yeah, she does have. She has a salary. She has a healthy salary. Yeah.
Pension and everything. As soon as we're out of earshot of Meep, I just want to be like, so you two are like bad girls.
I do not
What
refute.
do you mean by
I
What do you mean by that? What do you mean?
my parents would call you uncouth.
Yeah,
I have lovely manners. I would
My-
not consider myself uncouth.
My parents probably wouldn't let me hang out with you.
Well, my parents would be excited I'm just talking to anyone, but I don't know. Just like, can we like, I don't know, just be careful before we start burning holes in this building. Like, I want to like learn some stuff here. Oh.
Oh,
I mean,
I did that
well, you
carefully.
did learn that we learned that the eye call burns through the floor.
Isn't that so educational?
Yes. You're
Hmm.
welcome.
Yeah,
They-
you're
they
welcome.
do
You would
have a
never have known
point.
that. Yeah, you would have never known that. Now you know if we ever come across it again, it
Not
burns
to touch
through
it.
the floor. Yeah, don't touch it.
What do you think, Hazel? I turned to Hazel like, you were not less of an accessory than these two were.
I don't approve of what they were doing, but they do have a point. You did learn something.
We did learn something.
You did.
We're here to
Also-
learn.
It's true. And as you walk and talk through the hallways of Blackstaff Academy, you realize you have no clue where you are. You didn't follow me. You just walked down a hallway, and now you're lost. So I'm going to need you to give me a survival roll, or whoever
Good
wants
lord.
to.
We starved to death.
I'll
and
do
lost.
it. I'm gonna do it.
I got 14.
I got 16.
Oh my God.
Ooh,
6.
Crispin's lost.
Crispin's lost.
Crispin,
I
get it
got-
together.
oh, I got a 20. Actually,
Dang.
I got it.
Yay.
Well, actually, it was the little peach pit logo.
Aw.
So
That's from our friend Katie's right there. Her dice. These dice are
Nice.
peach
amazing,
pit
right?
dice.
It's me.
Peach pit dice. Oh,
Buy
totally,
my dice, please.
totally unrelated. But every time I watch a YouTube video and someone throws in the ad, I'm like, I get it. I get it. We all have to survive in the capitalism hellscape. So we're just going to promote things halfway through the show, like Peach Pit Dice. Go and
Peach
send
Pit
the
Dice. It's got
So
a
get used to
yeah.
it.
My 20 was a
I
delightful
know.
little peach pit logo.
So get used to it.
So
If other people can do it, we can too. Self-care.
Yeah.
So anyway, you all rolled high enough besides Crispin, who doesn't recognize where he is or what time it is. But you know that you turned left at the Volo portrait. You remember him specifically, Shiv. And you've just gone down what you can only assume is towards the gardens, because there is a garden section of Blackstaff Academy, and you notice that there is some fresh air coming back towards you, and to the right is like a big open, almost like, you know, those like Art Nouveau sort of greenhouses, and you can see a big door that's laid into the stone wall that looks like it's a greenhouse door.
Is there like a clock anywhere or like to tell what time it is?
Nope.
Can I see the sun?
Nope.
Okay.
oh boy.
You might be able to like guess what time it is right now, but like
I'm gonna
it's-
try and guess what time it is.
Yeah, not where you are currently.
Hmm.
But you assume that it from what you can see through the windows, it is starting to get a little dark. It might be time for dinner.
Yeah, we should get to
Okay.
the dinner table for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Should we
We
cut through
see-
this like greenhouse? I don't know.
Is there anybody else like walking around, or are we just by ourselves?
Yeah, there's a few students walking around, and you notice that they aren't going into the greenhouse. They're actually going further down the hallway.
Let's follow them.
So you just actively follow the students.
Actually, can I ask them where they're going?
You
Instead.
can, but it's the elf that hates you.
Oh no.
I'll be like, Siobhan, go ask them where we're
what?
supposed to go.
Does Shiv recognize this as the people that Ophelia made an ass of herself in front
I
of?
don't think so. I don't
Okay.
think that you cared. That's just my. I mean, you might have cared, but if you, it's up to Shiv. Like, did Shiv care or not? I don't think. Yeah.
Yeah, she just cares that Ophelia embarrassed herself, so she
Right.
probably didn't clock them for who they were.
Yeah.
And Shiv's just like, why can't you? What's wrong with you?
I
You're the
just-
chatty one.
I don't want to.
You don't want to?
I'm tired.
You're tired.
I'm tired. I have a
So
headache.
are you done talking for the day?
Yes.
Actually? Okay, great. And Shiv just kind of like shouts.
Rather,
towards
I'll
them.
say I could be.
Oh. Shiv just shouts like, "Hey, hello."
Yeah. The elf turns around. They're very tall. Like, imagine like Legolas style. Like long blonde hair. Like very like traditional looking. Like high elf. And they walk over and they say, "Yes."
We're new here. If you can't tell, you probably can
Oh,
tell.
I can tell.
Yeah. Where is the tavern? They're trying to get to dinner.
Oh, the tavern. Of course you can't find it. Well,
Yeah,
you
of
can
course,
follow. You can follow us. We're just going there now. It's just around the corner.
Can I
Right.
insight check
I
that?
was like, can we tell them they're lying? They're gonna throw us in a toilet.
Shiv would like to insight
Sorry,
check this.
my friend Jesse and Chess said Malfoy ass.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's why I'm like, mm-mm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go ahead. Roll an insight check. Also, Hazel, I need you to give me a perception check.
I got another 20. So this is another ad for Peach Pit Dice.
Oh my God.
Because I got another 20 again.
That's amazing.
I'm not lying. It is.
Oh,
very
yeah,
cute. It's a
they're
little peach.
they're fucking with you real hard. Yeah, they're not gonna tell you
Okay.
where to go.
For my perception check, I got 24.
Damn.
Oh my God! So
What
you
the
see,
heck?
Hazel, you see the Tressum, the cute little Torty Tressum. I think she's a Torty. And you see her wiggle her way through the door to the greenhouse and start just like trotting.
Okay. I'm like, oh, there she goes.
And you assume, since she's taking the place of a professor currently, that she might be going the right direction.
You guys, I kind of want to follow her, actually.
I will look at Hazel and be like, are you just saying that because you want to follow the cat? That's totally okay. I just need to know.
Yes, but also she knows where she's going, and I feel like, what could it hurt to follow her? Also, those other students were mean, so.
Yes,
I'm
they
on.
were.
I'm on board. But if we miss out on dessert pie, I'm gonna be real mad. Be real steamed.
Real speed.
Yeah.
I'll
Yep.
follow Hazel. Like Hazel has done nothing wrong her entire life, so I will just follow Hazel
Yeah.
and the Tressum.
Do you just leave this? You don't ask their name. You just stare at them. The
No,
elf.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't need to know their name. I don't need to know.
Well,
Yeah, Shiv rolls her eyes at them and looks at because she clocks that this
Yeah.
is trying to fuck with them, and she's just like, I'm not interested in any sort of hazing rituals. We're just gonna go.
Yeah, we're not eating any soap. I yell out.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
he laughs. He laughs at you and he says, "But the plain of ooze is so nice this time of year."
Like, nope, that sounds gross. I'm hungry. Let's.
Yeah, and he walks away with his two lackeys. Ugh.
As they're walking, Ophelia's like, "It's not this nicest time of year. It's the monsoon season. What an idiot!"
Yeah, you notice that it's starting to get it's starting to get to be evening. It's like you're guessing it's probably around dinner time. You're probably making it on time as you, I'm assuming, go through the greenhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything of note in the
Mhm.
greenhouse worth my main priority is on getting to dinner, but is there worth I don't know, exotic plants we should be worried about or?
Yeah, I mean, you notice that these plants are things you've never seen before. These are plants from all over the Forgotten Realms, all over Faerun. So things from Cholt, like palm trees, things you would have never seen before. Lots of bright colors. There might even be some birds flying around. It's beautiful. It really is beautiful. It's quite the scene.
Would
Yeah.
I recognize anything, having not actually lived in Waterdeep my whole life?
Yeah, you would recognize a lot of plants from the
Okay.
Feywild.
Yeah.
A lot of Feywild plants. Give me I guess another perception check. You actually no, you rolled high enough before to get, but you almost feel like there could be some sort of magical enchantment to this, like the Chewingas there's versions of those in the Feywild as well, and they might be the stewards of this place, like these little spirits. And
Okay.
so you might know that this is a really enchanted natural place where these this could also be a habitat for these little creatures.
Okay. Cool.
I think they're also called Chewingas in the Feywild, but they're called that in Cholt. But you get that vibe.
Yeah.
It's very natchy. You like it a lot.
I get a good
Big
feeling
natural.
just being in
Yeah,
there.
and I feel like this is also, it's almost like the tower itself is allowing you to feel more at home by showing you this place.
Oh,
Nice.
yay.
Yeah, but there is another door on the other side, so you can walk through the stone pass and the plants, and It's so much calmer and so much more peaceful in here than when you were in your dorm rooms. This feels like an entirely different plane of existence.
Yes, Blackstaff. I'm sorry. This is just an actual question for Holly. You mentioned last game Blackstaff is like shifting through planes, or does it exist in all planes?
You're not sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
you're not sure. You've seen a lot. It's definitely not localized. You know that. But yeah, as you walk through this path, it's also a little warmer in here, which is weird. And you notice the Tressum walk through the door and start going towards the tavern.
Maybe we should follow that cat.
I'm already like following her.
Yeah, as you get closer to the door, you start to hear shouting in the hallway.
In the hallway going out, or the one
out
we just came
towards the tavern.
Is it angry shouting?
It seems to be angry shouting, yeah.
How many voices?
Just one.
Oh.
Is it someone that we have heard speak so far?
No, you don't know this person.
Okay.
You want to like sneak up on it?
Has the Tressum already left the greenhouse?
Yeah, she's already snuck through the door.
Okay. Maybe we should try listening through the door first?
What's your favorite thing to do?
It is. It's a good idea to have something between me and angry shouting.
I mean, I'm for listening for a little bit.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
so you can
Yeah.
add some more
I mean,
context.
if we're gonna I don't want to pop into somebody getting into a fight, but if somebody's getting in trouble, I'll eavesdrop.
It'd be rude to interrupt a conversation. Let's give it a moment. Yeah.
It's none of our business yet, so.
Yeah.
What would the role be for this, Holly?
They're really loud, so you could just kind of sidle up to the door.
Okay.
Yeah. They don't think anyone's listening to them, so it'd be more of a stealth roll to make sure they don't see you.
Okay. That's a dirty 20 for me.
Oh, yeah, they don't see you. You're so good at listening to people.
I really am.
Yeah.
I just need to know.
Yeah. You actually...
I'm a good listener.
Yeah. As you walk up to the door, you notice that it is our good friend Valen. He is cowering at a person who looks like his dad. And his dad seems to be very disappointed in him. And his dad is shouting, "I wish you would have gotten rid of that thing. Why didn't you do it?" And he's like, "I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't know it would take us. I didn't know it would take us into the house. He's like, "You need to go to your room right now." Like, "Well, Meep said it smells like stinky eggs. Go!" And he shouts at him, and you notice Valen, like, you hear stomping as he walks away, and you hear a soft, like, which is the noise of a startled Tressum. And you hear this is Tara the Tressum. In case any of you wondered who it is Tara.
From hit video game Baldur's Gate.
From hit video game Baldur's Gate. Who's one of my favorite characters. I love her so much. And you hear her go, "I'm so sorry, Mr. Fairweather. What has happened? Is your son causing problems again?" And he says, "I don't want to talk to you, cat." And you hear stomping. You actually hear a slight zap, and you think that he's teleported away. And you hear, "Oh, so rude."
Rude dude.
So rude. And that's it. That's all you hear. And you
just kind of like think to myself, like, you just called her a cat. That's not right.
Rude. Rude as
Very
hell.
rude.
Yeah.
What did Valen bring with him? I wonder.
Is he walking past us? Does he go through the greenhouse to get back?
Valen, no, you think he's gone into the tavern.
Let's find him.
Yeah.
and be his friend.
Yes. It sucks to be
yeah.
yelled at by your parents.
Yeah, I don't really like the dad thing, so Shiv wants to talk to him.
You're just
too.
such a dad hater, Kayla.
I am. Not in real life. Love my dad.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's
in
fair.
game.
Yeah, so if you leave the greenhouse, you smell amazing smells, like beef stew, pies, warm smells, And as you walk down the hallway and turn the corner, there is an actual replica of a tavern. It's an awesome big tavern with big beams, lots of lamps, those like hanging chandeliers with candles and plush plush like seats. We don't want carpeted taverns. It's disgusting. Can't have a bar with carpet. Ew. Yeah, so we've got plush seats, big tables, and everyone's kind of just, milling about in their student sweaters. Some of the professors are here as well. You've noticed that Tara has sat herself on the bar and is just having a lively conversation with one of the students, and it's a very, like, welcoming environment.
Do we see Valen anywhere?
Yes, Valen has sat himself in a table in the corner and is looking extremely rejected.
Is he alone?
He is alone. He's got a mug of
Perfect.
ale, and he's just kind of like sipping it. He looks like he's real sad.
We should go sit with our friend. I'll turn to everybody and be like, "Oh, he looks so sad. He looks so sad." And we should wish him well because he's not dead anymore, which is good.
Yeah.
He looks
that's a
weak,
good
but
idea.
not dead.
Yeah.
So do you all head over to poor Valen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of sitting on his mug, and he's like, "I don't want to talk to you."
I mean, some pretty crazy stuff happened, Valen. Last time we saw you, there was a knife in your chest.
Yeah. Come on, buddy.
That's
Sure,
none of
come
your
on.
business. I'm fine now. And of course, my father's disappointed in me.
Join the club.
Yeah, I'm also in that
Who
club.
amongst us doesn't have a father that's disappointed in them?
That's what I said. Apparently, some people here have both parents, and they're not disappointed in them. Can you believe that? What sort of backstory is that?
What's your dad's deal? He's a teacher here. What's he all mad at you about?
Yes, he's a famous sorcerer. Of course he's a teacher here. He's an excellent professor.
Why is he getting
dick?
Yeah, we heard. Yeah, I mean, let's be honest.
Don't say it too loud. He'll listen to you. He's in the walls, probably. I don't know.
I hope he does. I hope he hears.
I don't.
That was ridiculous.
Do you
Yeah,
want to
Valen,
get
we heard him saying
expelled?
that.
I don't want to get expelled. No, actually.
No.
No.
Get expelled.
I don't care.
What rule
Well-
would we be breaking by saying that it was a mean thing? Valen, we heard your dad just really being mean to you. Sorry, man.
Ugh. It's fine. And you see him itch his arm, very it's clearly bothering him. I'm sorry. It's just been a long day for me. Getting resurrected is always a problem, and how embarrassing the Blackstaff had to do it. She could have just taken me to the Spires of the Morning, and they didn't. They did it here, so it's just had to. And
You say that like you've been resurrected
Directed
before.
before. I was like,
And you
"Wait a minute."
haven't? I
No,
feel like-
No.
No.
Hasn't really come up actually.
Well, there's a first time for everything. Just give it
Yes,
time.
right, you
Oh
are.
boy.
I have to say, though, there's way worse things than death.
Like missing dinner?
He laughs. Of course, curses, eternal damnation in the hells. Oh, infernal contracts. Fathers.
Yeah.
Have you
Yeah.
tried the pies yet? They're good.
I'll go get some pie. Want pie? Pie.
I would
pie,
love
pie.
some pie.
Yeah,
I'll
get
take
some
Yes,
pie.
please.
Yeah.
seems
We'll
like
take
he's-
some pie.
He seems like he's softened a bit. He is scared of talking bad about his father, you've noticed, but he has softened a bit.
Real
Also,
quick, does this
he
place take
feels-
like points card thing? Is this how we're doing things? Is
Oh
this
no,
like
it's you don't have to pay for things here.
We have a
yeah.
dining card, Chad. Damn.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay,
you do sure. If you want, you can use your Blackstaff Academy dining card. It's not for late night hours. You can't use it on the ale.
of course. Okay, good.
Yeah, just-
Economy in my world building.
I know.
Shiv wants to sit down next to Valen and kind of ask him, so when you were dead, because you were dead, you died. We saw it. You died.
Yes,
you were
I
dead.
died. Yes, of course.
And what was that? What was that like?
Oh, here we go.
Well, sometimes I don't remember it, but this time, see, it's difficult because if you worship a god, then you go to their realm. But see, I don't worship anyone, so I just end up standing around or following people.
Did you see anyone when you were dead?
Oh no, I
perhaps?
never do. I see
Never?
No, never. I see only my father and his face of disappointment. But again, it could just be me hallucinating. I wasn't dead that long.
What's the longest you've ever been dead?
How many times have you been dead?
A few days.
A few days.
The spell gets harder to cast as the longer that you're dead. But it's this is my first time at school. That's exciting. It's just
Wait, but where else have you died?
Oh, well, there's that time in the bathroom.
What?
I just slipped then.
This man a life allergy.
Yeah, he rambles off a couple times. I'm telling you, there's much worse things than death. And I'm warning you, now that you're a student here, there's much, much worse than death.
Well, I don't think death is so bad.
Yes,
But-
you look very edgy, I've noticed.
Okay. Whatever. She just kind of like turns away from him.
So did
She's
you all
like
get
kind of
Did you all get snacks?
Yeah, I come back with like six pies. We got a peach pie, we got a chocolate mousse pie, got a crab apple pie. I got one that's just crust. It's just crust in crust, so it's really
That sounds
just big.
lit though.
Yeah.
I mean,
Let's all join in. So what you guys been talking about?
Death.
Oh.
yes,
Uh,
she does get like this from time to time.
Oh, how would you know?
What do you mean, how would I know?
We don't even hang out. You stopped
You-
hanging out with me.
Do you guys know each other before the school? You guys seem familiar with each other.
Valen is suddenly like, do you know each other before what? How did you meet? How exciting. Friendships.
We are neighbors.
Yeah, we grew up together.
Yes, we are
In
best
Baldur's
friends.
Gate.
Yes, we are
And
best friends.
I think that's a little strong.
I
Yes.
know your family's very famous, Ophelia.
It's true. We are very famous. My parents attended Blackstaff Academy.
What do your parents
They
do?
did.
What are they famous for?
Being wizards? To be
Yeah,
fair,
but,
I've
like-
actually not thought about that.
That's good enough for Crispin. Oh, okay.
I mean,
Yeah,
and Valen is like,
yeah.
oh, I remember my father had arguments with your father many times.
Yes, my father's really good at attracting an argument.
Well, my father is the necromancy teacher, so you'll have a great time talking to him, Shiv.
He's the necromancy teacher.
Yes, of course. He's the best necromancer that we have.
Oh God.
How do you
She just
think
kind
I
of,
was
like-
resurrected so many times? It's not free.
She puts her head down on the table.
That does explain some things.
It's true. You also notice that the big hippo person has walked over,
Yes.
and she's sort of making the rounds, introducing herself to all of the students, and she's like, "All right, welcome, new students. I see that you're settling in nice, old Valen." And she like slaps him on the back really hard, and he's like,
Like skeleton just like pops out like a cartoon.
She's like, "Oh, Janase, I see. Have you been to the astral plane?"
I think I was in one a little while ago. You know, there was that kind of, I don't want to make a moment of it, but like we were just trying to take a portal to school and we got kind of dropped off in like a hell realm. And like, I don't think that was our fault.
Oh,
I'm just like,
I heard about that. Don't worry. That happens from time to time. It's the hags. The hags try to take the students into their realm and steal their powers and use them for all their evil business. Don't worry. Even if she left you a present, we'll sort it out eventually. It happens.
a present?
They're tricky. And she sort of like she points at her leg. My leg was shot off by a hag. Thought she was an attractive pirate. She was just a hag. It happens. But don't worry, students, you'll be fine. I'll take you into astrophysics and we'll have a grand time. That's in the observatory tomorrow at noon. Good to meet you. And she hits Valen again.
What's
And
what's your name, Professor? Before you
oh,
leave.
I see you didn't read the introductory booklet that we sent out and left in your rooms.
I did read it.
Well, excellent. I know you, Miss Ophelia. You would read it. My name is Rose Blunderstone, or you can call me Professor Rose. It's lovely to meet you all. I'll be teaching you about ships and spell jammers and the astral plane, but only if you're good.
Yes.
I love
love
Spelljammers so
she's
much.
like, I love enthusiasm for education. She walks away to introduce herself to another group of students.
Do you guys know who the enchantment teacher is? I've been like, that's really what I want to study when I'm here, is enchantment.
Yeah, see, if you'd read the booklet, there is no booklet. She doesn't. She's been here for so long.
Retroactively, Crispin missed the best.
No, she assumes that everyone gets like she's been here a long time. But the enchantment teacher, as you look around, you know the enchantment teacher is someone named Lachlan Mossbeard, and Lachlan is a dwarf, and she has a wonderful, beautiful beard that's green.
Thank you.
She leans into it.
Aw.
She leans into it. She leans into the moss beard. And yeah, she's actually talking to those Eladrin you saw earlier, Hazel. She's at a table with them, sort of talking about enchantment and things like that.
Okay.
Whatever, they're teachers. They're trying to get everyone hyped about education.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you do notice everyone starts to file out. It's getting late. The professors have sort of left. Tara has fallen asleep on the bar. She's snoring. Her little wingies flap. And yeah, you've had delicious pies. It's probably about like 10 p.m.
Jeez. Sorry, my real life bedtime is like 9:30.
But yeah, so if you'd like to do anything else, talk to anyone else. There's still some students milling about. Professor Mossbeard is there.
Are the Eladrin students still there?
They are, yeah. They're sort of like holding court with Professor Mossbeard.
Can I just want to like walk over to them and like, I probably stand there for a minute before I say anything and before they notice me. But once they do, I just want to be like, I just wanted to say hi and introduce myself. I feel like there's not a lot of people like me here. So I got really excited when I saw you.
No. You see, Professor Mossbeard just pulls a chair up and says, "Oh dear, please sit down. We love everyone here at Blackstaff Academy, and we're so happy to have other of the Fae folk amongst us. You have such an interesting, so to speak, skill set than a lot of the other wizards here."
Yeah.
You were druid, correct?
Yeah, I guess so. I actually haven't really like grown up around a lot of magic. So this whole druid wizard school thing is super new to me.
I think you'll fit in just fine. Have you been to the greenhouse yet?
We walked through it. There's so many cool things in there.
I think you'll have a wonderful time looking at the plants in there. Also, make sure to look out for anything else. We do have quite a few creatures from the Feywild living on campus as well.
And she just like gets really excited.
The other three Eladrin students introduce themselves, and hold on, I have their names. 1 second. I have too many pieces of paper. All right, one is named Kaylin Stormcaller. The other is Elara Frostbane. And Arik Brightblade.
Kaylin Stormcaller?
Yeah.
Elara...
Arik Brightblade.
Arik Brightblade. And what was the last one?
It was... Where'd they go? I lost it.
You said Elara
I think
something.
Laura Frostbane, I think.
Yes, that was it.
that?
Elara
Okay.
Frostbane.
Okay.
Cool name.
I have lots
I know,
of...
right?
I have lots
You're
of...
sick.
I have lots of...
I
students.
sound
I have
like a
lots of-
cereal mascot. I'm very jealous.
Yeah, Alara. Yeah, Kaylin, Alara. Because you're meeting them all in like different times, so I'm trying to keep track of when you all meet all of the students.
Yeah.
It's difficult. There's a lot of people here.
Mm-hmm.
And they seem to be older students too.
Mm-hmm.
So they've been here a while, and they seem like they're good friends with Professor Mossbeard, who seems just like a treasure.
Oh, yay.
Yeah. But yeah, so you notice that Meep is now in the corner and blinks the lights. Like she's like, "Come on, students, it's time to get to your hovels."
Can I take a pie with me to go? Is that all right?
Of course, Crispin, but if you make a mess, poor Meep is going to have to clean it up.
I'll eat every crumb, Meep. Don't you worry.
Oh,
Don't you
excellent. I did fix the hole in the floor, but it doesn't look good, so sorry.
Shiv wants to ask Valen before they leave. Do you just out of curiosity, where is the ossuary?
And when you say that, he looks up and he's like, "How do you know about that?"
How wouldn't I know about that? And she gestures to herself.
I don't.
For Christ's sake, man, I have a bone pen.
I don't. And he's whispering now. He's like, "I don't make assumptions on people's fashion choices on if they know about the most dangerous place in the entire tower."
Well, now you know that I know about it. So tell me, where is it?
It's on the bottom level. We can't even get there as students. It's impossible.
Why is it impossible?
You have to be a professor to get to the ossuary. It's where all of the wizards that have ever taught at Blackstaff Tower are buried.
Is there like a magic lock or?
I mean, I'm sure there's a magic lock. I'm sure. My father's been there, but I've never been there.
Well, of course he's been there. Okay.
Do you still have that ichor? Are we out of ichor?
Yeah, we're out of. I dumped it out.
Damn.
I know.
I might know how to get into the ossuary.
Might.
But you can't tell anyone.
Who would I tell?
My father!
Why would I tell your father? He sucks. He was
sucks, dude.
Like, he was so mean to you.
Okay, he insight checked you and he believes he sucks. He goes, "Yeah, it does suck.
It does suck."
He's like, "My dad does suck. He sucks real hard. He sucks so hard." It's like, I'll take you there, but we have to be quiet.
Okay, and I will never, ever, ever commiserate with you again on anything. But my dad also sucks, so I get it.
Yeah, you feel like if this was a video game, it would be like Phelan approves.
Yeah, +1.
Plus
one approval.
Yeah. Yeah, so he sort of pushes his chair and says that we have to go. We have to be quiet. I've wanted to see it anyway, and this is my first day. And maybe if maybe I can prove something to him. And he sort of like stands up. He says, "But we have to be quiet."
Yeah.
And he's looking at Crispin.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm used to walking around all the time. As long as I got my slippers at night, I'm gonna be good. Gonna be like just a floating cloud. It's gonna be all right.
Excellent. And you see him itch his wrist again. And when you look at it, it almost looks like there's a worm on it, like a living worm, and it just disappears briefly.
Oh.
And he looks at you and he goes, "Well, let's go." And that's where we're gonna stop.
Oh.
Got a worm on me. I don't like that.
I don't like the worm.
Well, it's like a mystical worm. It's fine. It's a mystical worm.
As long as it's not a mystical shrimp.
I'm so a shrimp, a scramp. I'm so glad that you made friends with Phelan.
Yeah.
I feel like
dad.
Yeah, I don't know if you're a reference point, Holly, but I feel like Valen started to become Byron Orpheus near the end.
He did, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
It's great.
He's a very wizard. But like he's not very good at it, which is why he keeps dying. Secrets. He kind of sucks. He wanted to be an artist, obviously.
Oh, dude.
And he should have been. Works of art.
Yeah, you should have been. Anyway, thank you all for tuning into this silly little stream that we're doing. I think everyone enjoyed it. I think.
I had a blast.
It's a very silly setting in a silly magic school where we all dress up and pretend that we're going to magic school. We'll do an outro and outro again. And if you want to support us, we have a a Patreon. There's a Patreon. It's a patreon.com/Blackstaff, right, Kayla?
Yes.
Yeah, there's a Patreon.
It's just the Spooky Spouts Patreon, and we updated it.
We're taking it is, yeah. It's the Spooky Scouts Patreon, but we updated it because we're doing this right now because it's fun, and we just sometimes as artists you just got to switch it up, and you got to do other fun stuff with your friends because that's what it's for. But yes, we have that, and then just watching it is good enough. And thanks for watching it. Tell your friends. Make some silly fan art. I don't know. Just have fun with it. Let it bring you joy. And if you don't like my DMing, you can tell me that too, because I like getting better. But if you're too mean about it, then I'm not gonna listen. So,
No rules. Don't be mean.
Don't be mean.
Good light.
Don't be mean.
Yeah. Oh my god, I like the red light. I like it.
Too.
All right, we'll start with Katie this time. Tell everyone about yourself and your dice. Katie makes dice by Katie's Dice.
So I make dice. I don't know if you can. Doesn't want to focus.
Yeah.
But I make sparkly, shiny things. You can find me on Instagram at Peach Pit Dice, and there's a link in my bio to my Etsy page that you can buy my dice on.
Hooray!
Yay.
Thanks, Katie.
Yay!
All right, who's next? Kayla, you're above Katie.
Hello, it's me. You could find me online at various places at either my full name, if it's Blue Sky, or KAYNCLI, which is just my name mashed together. And I do art. I illustrate things. I'm doing a bunch of projects. Holly and I do clothes together at We Crowing Hens.
Yeah, and just to mention, you can still pre-order the Blackstaff Academy sweater. I'll probably...
You can attend.
Yeah, you can attend Blackstaff Academy. Hold on, I'm going to show you. Whoa! You can attend
Whoa!
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
I designed the logo. I designed the logo because I have no chill.
No, it's great. Holly did an amazing job
the logo,
on that one.
If you follow the lore, it's actually the same number of stars as Masked Lords in Waterdeep. And the dragons on the back are gold dragons, which there's a gold dragon living under Waterdeep. Ha ha! Ha ha!
Oh no! Secrets!
Facts!
We're nerds.
Yeah. Ha ha! Anyway, okay, yes, thanks, Kayla, for the plug. Yeah. Anything else?
Oh, no, I don't think so. Maybe I'll think of something else next time. I don't know.
Yeah. Hadeel.
Hi. I'm Hadeel. I am taking a break from social media until the 1st of March because social media makes my mental health bad.
Forever. What if it was forever?
It could be forever. Nobody knows.
Could be.
I gain nothing from logging into twitter.com. What I could be doing is logging in to a patch of grass outside.
True.
But if you feel inclined, my username on all social media platforms is TwittySuch, TWITTYSUCH. Yeah, I think that's it. I might make I have a Tumblr too. I just made it.
Hell yeah.
The other day.
We're going back to 2012, baby.
Tumblr's back, y'all. It's time.
I was thinking about just like posting the notes from the game because I put them in like a journal. I don't know if you can like see. Oh, I'm gone. Oh, magic spells. But yeah, I really like stationery and pens and stuff, and so I might utilize Tumblr just to post that stuff. But
yeah, you eyeing the pen that Crispin found gave me a lot of joy.
I want it, but I won't steal it from him because that's mean.
Shiv will steal
in a
it
not
for you.
like fun way.
All right, Chad, your turn.
Hey y'all, I'm Chad. I make cartoons. I do it all myself. It's not a giant crew of hundreds of people making it. I write for cartoons, like Guillermo del Toro's Troll Hunters, win some Emmys sometimes, Troll Hunters and Wizards, Unikitty, Most recently, Star Trek Prodigy, which you can now watch on Netflix, not Paramount Plus. I'm not at all mad about it.
Yeah, just leave it on. Just leave it on.
Yeah, just leave it on. The first season that's out there, I'm very proud of that. And I also do a podcast called Goosebuds. Holly and Kayla have both been on. I'm actually wearing Goosebuds merch that Kayla designed.
Ooh.
But we read Goosebump and YA novels, and we do a couple episodes a month. Check it over on Goosebuds on all platforms. Yeah.
Oh, Chad, what are your social handles?
Whenever I am on AIM, it's Quantum Theory, QUANDTUM Theory. But I'm also like Hadeel. It feels like I'm screaming into the void and trying to understand what that means anymore.
That's why we're here.
Yeah.
This is why I brought my friends to play D&D on a stream, because it's a social activity, but we don't have to deal with anyone's bad takes. So
Yes.
yeah. Well, again,
We should know less about others.
yes, exactly. Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I'm Holly. I am also online as Bird Holly or Holly Conrad, or on Instagram as Commander Holly, where they won't let me change my name because they tell me to call support, and Instagram doesn't have support, so I guess I'll just never change it. So so yeah, that's where I am. And yeah, if you liked the game, again, you can support anyone, buy Katie's dice, leave Star Trek Prodigy on, tell Hadeel she's nice so that when she gets back to Twitter that she'll have something to look at that won't make her want to cry.
Yes.
Yeah, and the art was all done by Kayla. So if you love Kayla's art, please follow Kayla, because she did all the art, and in the intro she did that as well. So we have character art. Eventually, I'm going to try and release like the character backgrounds and stuff on D&D Beyond, so you can see everyone's stats and like all the fun stuff. But this is our first episode. We're just settling in, you know.
We're just goofing.
Yeah, it's just for fun. We're just goofing.
This is a very fun first game, by the way. Like I'm already on board.
I dropped my
Nobody
dice.
got burned alive in a rug.
No.
And so that's cool.
I just didn't want.
true.
I wanted it to be just a little scary, but I
Yeah,
was taught.
was.
I was taught by Chris Perkins, so
Yes, I'm scared.
We narrowly dodged some bullying. That was the
You
scariest
did.
part of it all.
We did.
you did.
Ooh, yeah.
No one.
We
likes
just said
bullying.
no to bullying.
Which is good. Which is good. Yeah. No to bullying.
Also, because I have the power, I think I'm gonna make some Blackstaff, at least D20s.
Yes.
Yes, do
So
Yeah.
those will happen soonish.
Yeah. So keep an eye on Katie's dice for some fun Blackstaff D20s.
Yeah.
Or maybe Tressum themed D20s. Also would be cute.
Those would be cute.
Ooh.
Little toe beans inside.
No.
I'm just saying. Some toe
Little
beans.
Kendra, a little fire cat.
Yes.
Ophelia needs some dice. You and I will confer about this.
Yeah, you need those
We'll talk.
porcelain
Yeah.
ones. Those like porcelain teacup dice. Also,
Oh,
and if
ooh,
anyone
yeah.
noticed, Hadeel was drinking out of a teacup the whole time, and it was perfect. It's
It
a
was.
real teacup. I know. I like barely put on makeup, and Hadeel did a whole fit. So like, so did
I love a
Kayla.
little outfit. I followed an 1830s hair tutorial.
Stop.
Whoa.
Stop.
Yeah.
See?
Gosh.
This is the content you need to put on, I guess, our Patreon and Tumblr.
Yes. Yes. This is what
Alright,
the people
we'll-
crave,
we'll-
is my
we'll-
outfits.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. Okay, anyway, everyone have a lovely evening. Have a rest of your day, and we'll see you next time at Blackstaff Academy, where students
no.
don't die that